Hi everyone, I'm Hallie. Welcome to Ledger and Lace. Today we're going to be doing some DIY stencils. So what got me into doing DIY stencils is, well, number one, I had already learned how to do it back in the 80s when I was at Wayside Theater. The set designer Alex Polner taught me how to use freezer paper with just a craft knife. And then I would have a damask wallpaper pattern on there and I would cut it out. And what's great about that is that freezer paper is really easy to cut through. It doesn't last all that long, but I mean, we didn't really need it to last, but it made fabulous wallpaper that look for Life with Father. So that's one way you can do it. The way that I usually do it, though, is I print out an image royalty free, because that's another thing about with definitely with stamps, but also sometimes with stencils, is that if you buy commercial stencils and stamps, they come with rules. Like you can only use them for yourself, or you can't use them for commercial products, or blah blah blah. And I just thought, okay, well, and every company is different, so it's too much to keep up with, so I'm just making my own. So I printed this out and I cut it out, and there's my peacock right there. And you can also tell that I've used it with alcohol sprays as well. So that's my peacock. Now, what do you do if you don't have a laminator? I got you covered. All right, let's move that aside. And transparency film or any kind of plastic. You could use contact paper. You could use acetate from packaging. Lots of, anything clear. So you can use these clear matte cutting boards that you get from the Dollar Tree. These are super sturdy though, but I'll show you a little trick for cutting through those in a minute. But anyway, this is how I did this stencil, and I'll show you. So I printed out the stencil onto a piece of paper, and then I used a Sharpie marker and I went around the outline, and then I cut it out like so. And then I used my texture paste that Nik The Booksmith shows us how to in Adventures with Booksmithing. So, but what I used to cut this was this heat tool. And this is for, I think it's also for gold foiling and stuff like that. But this just goes through this like butter. It just, but you want to be in a well-ventilated area, and you also want to make sure that you don't have anything melty underneath that would respond to heat. This is a self-healing mat, which is great for using a craft knife, not great for the heat tool. So just remember that. And then, but if you don't have a self-healing mat or something to protect the surface, you can use the sort of disposable cutting boards, because these don't last very long, but some sort of cutting board, or you could use a placemat. This is from the Dollar Tree as well, so you could use those. But I'm saying all this because I am inspired to do a persuasion journal, and so what I've done, I'll show you. And I'm not going to cut this on camera because that would be tedious. But let me move these shadows out of the way. Okay. So I printed this out and I've laminated it. And then I put X's on the stuff that I want to cut away. Because unlike the Peacock, which is just a one and done like that, this is going to come in stages. So if I want this shape to show, like if I'm using an alcohol spray or if I'm using texture paste, then I want to cut this part out. But if I want this part to show, then I want to cut this out and not this. So when I do the persuasion journal, then I will show how I cut it out. But I intend on using my just my craft knife for that. And I'm not sure when I'm going to do it because I'm rather enthralled with Northanger Abbey. I am just really loving the Jane Austen snark that is coming with that book. It is fantastic. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. I think that's it. Just got to do this in stages. And, yeah, here, let me show you. I'll show you real quick the alcohol sprays. So this is, if it's going to spray, there we go. So this is my DIY alcohol spray. Ta-da. So there's that. And then we can do that like so. And then another way you can do it, if you don't have alcohol sprays, then you can do, let's see, let's get this. Besides the obvious paints, here's an ink pad, and we'll use this, or let's see, do I have another fern one? Yeah, let's use this fern one. You can see where I use paint with this. But if you're going to get brushes at the Dollar Tree, go to the makeup aisle. These are the best brushes because the bristles don't fall out. I've never had a problem with the makeup brushes, and they come in all sizes, and they're fantastic for crafty kind of stuff. So then you can just do that, and then da-da-da-da, pouncety pounce, and then you got a fern. Like so. And we'll do a little fern. So there we go. All right, so I think that's it. I'm really enthralled with Northanger Abbey. I also am going to do, well, I'll give you a preview of this. All right, so I have a box set of Pride and Prejudice that I got at the thrift store. It didn't come complete. So don't get a bee in your bonnet when I defile these. But I'm going to make a journal or something out of that. Or I also have, let's see, whoops, there goes my alcohol spray. I also have Mansfield Park. And this is in B6 size, which is really awesome. So I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. I'm going to hack this into a traveler's notebook. It's really cool though. It's got all these awesome Jane Austen quotes on there, and then also on the back as well. So I don't know. We'll see. To be continued. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.